Hello everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Frieren episode 20. It is called Necessary Killing, which is a very interesting topic. Necessary killing. In the live chat, we have Sotos, Cherry, Hunter, Luke, Mary, Shade is here, Rodriguez. Welcome everyone. Last week's episode was quite lovely with the little birdie resting on Frieren, and that was just kind of like a whole, it felt like a peaceful episode as a whole, very calm pacing, but then boom, at the end everyone started fighting. But they kind of, I think Frieren and the other two girls knew what they were doing, kind of like picking a fight with the others, so I'm sure that they have a plan how to deal with things from here. Modra is here as well, and Hunter. 3, 2, 1. Is it good? Are you fine? I can redo it. He's giving me Astarion vibes, isn't he? Just a little bit. Wow, I love the art style. Wow. Wow, but I don't know, I really love the visuals there. It looked so impressive, so... Maybe it's a bluff. Nah. Oh. He doesn't actually want to kill. But you don't have to kill here, do you? Well, I guess if he doesn't kill her, is she gonna kill him? No! His eye twitched. She's lying. There's no reason now. Oh, a double. Is he?
最初からだよ。第一次試験が始まった時。何が殺しただ。あのクソ女、平然と嘘つきやがって。おい、起きろエレ。
信じてないでしょ。
いいや。バカみたいに正面から戦いやがって。お前なら勝てねえ。
She underestimated her, maybe.
だが一般攻撃魔法だけでこれほどの芸当ができるとしたら、あの女は相当な化け物だ。
ちょっと物みたいに運ぶつもり。おんぶして。
Aww.
なんて俺が。
I love him too. He seems so interesting. Is he dead? Oh.
ビアベル。しびれて動く。くそ。マジで何なんだよ。
ね、ビアベル。
どうした？
あれ。
His luck changed! Yay!
今までの苦労は何だったんだ。月が回ってくんのは遅すぎだよ。
Aww, this even fell in little pile of leaves.
結界の中は雨でも快適だな。
そういえば第二次試験の試験官はお前だったな。全然。
今回も有望な受験者を何人も死なせたみたいじゃないか。ゲナ。
笑わせる。有望なやつはこの程度では死なんよ。それに一級魔法使いにはそれだけの価値がある。お前もそれは分かっているはずだ。
結局堂々と挑んでくるんだ。私たちのことをずっと嗅ぎ回っていたでしょ。
Yeah, it's a bit creepy.
いやあ、十分卑怯さ。電剣がお前の足止めをしている間に。
Why?
どちらかを殺す。
なるほど。パーティーメンバーが欠けて合格条件を満たせなくなれば、こっちは引かざるを得ないわけだ。
That's excessive.
まさか特権も知らずに試験に挑んだのか？
特権？
半世紀以上前
Is it like a hunter license?
歴史の表舞台に現れ、人類の魔法使いの頂点に君臨した大陸魔法協会の創始者、大魔法使いゼーリエは、魔王軍との長い戦火の時代の洗練された魔法使いを未だに追い求めている。だから彼女は一級魔法使いの座についた者に特権を与えることを約束した。
Oh.
一つだけ望んだ魔法を授けるとな。電剣、そいつを1分足止めしろ。それだけあれば2人とも殺せる。
何度も言わせるなリヒター。たかがガキ2人。
Yeah, you tell him.
時間寝かしつけるだけ。ガキのおもりくらいできるだ。
電剣。
Sorry, I have to pause, but I have to say something feels weird to me. Like he is immediately in my brand disqualified of being the kind of person that can become a first-class mage because his mind seems too puny. He seems to be too frivolous with the little power that he has. He's so frivolous. He doesn't deserve more power. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone like that with that kind of mentality won't make it. He will be overwhelmed. The power will consume him. He can barely even handle this much. You know what I'm saying? So, it's interesting because a prominent point, a prominent part of this episode seems to be showing us, like, think about the one character that he was similar to, let's say, the guys in the tanks that if they didn't stop, if they stopped the tank, their party would be ambushed. So they had to keep driving the tank, even though, it ran over children. And he's aware about how bad that is. It's like he takes responsibility for what he's done, and he doesn't, the way that he thinks about killing is not frivolous. So to me, that shows that despite him having done these things, he still has the mentality that, and even he doesn't think too much of himself. When she said, oh, you're doing this, you're such a kind person, he says, you know what, I'm doing it for selfish reasons. He's still honest. So it just says to me, like, a character like that, paralleled with a character like this guy, it's like the show is kind of trying to tell us something about the mentality of people that are ready for greater power, in a sense, I don't know if that's what the episode's trying to do. I'm trying to interpret it based on my own feelings. Because even this guy, who is obviously more powerful and more smart than the other one, even him, he's like looking like, come on, dude, these are children. And the other guy's just like, no, I want to get my wish granted. Like, dude, you're not ready to be a first-class mage. You couldn't handle the power. You couldn't, whatever you would wish for, it would eat you up. Like, he's not ready. Someone like that is just not ready. And I think even the character remember the character on the hill that was talking to the girl, the other first-class mage that made this test? Even the way he spoke, he was like saying, someone that was ready to be a first-class mage wouldn't fail here, right? So it seemed, that's why I'm interpreting this episode as it's kind of trying to help, to encourage us to talk about what does it mean to be a first-class mage or a person with a lot of power. What does it mean to be a powerful person? What is even, like, would a powerful person just it's difficult because, like, look at that situation with Wilbur, and he was forced to kill children, in a sense, and now this guy wants to kill children, but you can clearly see, even whether or not you agree with either choice, you can clearly see how this guy wanting to kill them is different than the Wilbur guy who was fighting, even whether or not you agree with either choice. I'm just saying the episode seems to be paralleling the two characters, their ways of thinking, their attitudes about killing. Like, it's interesting the way that the episode is doing it, right? Like, making us see these are similar situations and the characters have a similar goal, but this is the way the one guy is doing it and this is the way the other guy is going about doing it. And which one do we feel more likability towards? I don't think that's the right way of saying it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like this guy that much. Even though, both, even the blonde, the silver wolf guy, I don't know what his name is right now, Wilbur. There's, when you talk about war and this whole situation with the tank and the children and the driving, like, you could go more deeply into that conversation and talk about what they could have done, or was it right or wrong, or even if it is wrong, what kind of wrong and how should they be punished, because not all sins are punished the same. Like, it's a deep conversation, but at the very least we can say that his choice and what he did back then and this guy, what he's doing now, I don't know, this guy does not seem, he's already trying to misuse his power. If they make him a first-class mage, they're basically creating a villain. He couldn't even get, he's not even gonna, this kind of person is not gonna pass. The only reason he's even passing or getting close to passing this test is because of this guy's plan and the other girl's power. So he's not gonna, even if, nah. Okay, let's continue. Sorry, there's only like a minute left.
いやつは血気盛んでいかんな。
No! Take another.
未熟者。
You inexperienced fool. What spell do I desire? The difference between our mana is too great, but she underestimates us. Give me a break.
フリーレン魔法の世界では天地がひっくり返ることもある。
Killua?
未熟者。
返ることもフリーレン魔法の世界では天地がひっくり返ることもある。
Is that a new character or did I just not recognize him until now? In the world of magic, sometimes the world is turned upside down. I've been reading Hunter x Hunter, so that's why I was talking about, because the Hunter license in Hunter x Hunter also comes with a bunch of privileges. So that's why I was saying this mage license is similar in that sense. But I mean, any license comes with some sort of benefit. So otherwise, why would you want to get it? But anyway, I was just making a joke by making the comparison. But then, boom, Killua! Wow, and he sounds so much like Killua, too. Jeez. And you know what? Another thing I was thinking about regarding Hunter x Hunter. Do you know the blonde guy with the glasses that made the clone, as he put it? I recently was reading, I'm in the... After the Hunter license exam thing, there's a chapter where they're in this fighting building where they go higher up. And the one guy, what's his name? Hisoka, he was fighting this guy that had a similar kind of power. It was pretty interesting. Me X Me. No, not you, Hunter. Hunter x Hunter, as in the anime. Wow, that was a really good episode. In the way that it paralleled certain character situations, attitudes, decisions. I am quickly becoming convinced that green-haired characters are just on another level. Maki from Jujutsu Kaisen, Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries, Rose from The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic, and now we've got Yubel from Frieren. I like her more than I thought I would. They ended on a cliffhanger again. Why they ended before Frieren's fight even started? Man, this episode was too short. The way that they use pauses in the show, you know how in a play or something, they use pauses for dramatic effect? In this anime, they very successfully, in my opinion, use pauses or space between one thing of the next. Like when he was gonna kill Yubel, and then it goes further and further and further, and I was like, that was very successfully used in my opinion. The episode was average with great personality. No, Soto, sometimes something is just short. But yeah, it was very good. I really like the flow. I really like the characters, the conversation, the topics of discussion, how it... The visuals... I'm surprised by this character. I thought he was gonna have a more like a nasty personality, but turns out that he's very different from my first impression of him. But even little moments like this guy's, it was so funny and cute. I feel numb, I can't move. Carry me. I'm so happy that he got a bird in the end, because I really want to see more of his character. So I'm happy that he doesn't need to be disqualified at this time. And this part where it doesn't show the girl he was talking about, this girl, he doesn't remember her face. So that's why it doesn't show her face. But man, I'm really hoping that half of me wants there to be a spin-off of his journey where he eventually meets her again. I kind of want him to be the MC of another show, okay? So yeah, no, that was really, really good. I love that. What did you guys think? 18 was a 9.5, 19 was a 9.4, and now 20. I just copied and pasted it, but I would say at least a 9 for the story, 9.5 for the characters, because suddenly I want a different MC. just for a moment. The visuals were pretty perfect to me. I don't have any complaints. Audio, I would say 9.5, near perfect. And enjoyment / investment, like a 9.8. So that gives us an overall 9.6. I know I'm super biased, but every episode is basically perfect for me. There are just like teeny tiny details that maybe I lean more towards the visuals here, or more towards the story, more towards the character, more towards, you know, the music there was especially effective. But yeah, it's difficult because at the end of the day, my honest opinion is just that I can't really say what I like. Everything's kind of perfect as it is, you know? Anyway, that's it. I don't think I have more to say. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts on the episode. And I'll see you next week for episode 21.